I want to give you 5 reasons why I still love my Café refrigerator after 2 years of use. Number 1 is definitely going to be the Icemaker. Now with it, you have the light you can turn on and off. And what's cool about this is at night when you walk into the kitchen, it will actually light up. But even my 3-year-old can figure out how to use the autofill. It's super simple. Tells you how much it's filling up. This is great if you got your hands full, or if you're doing a recipe or something and you need to know how much. It actually gives you the amount of ounces of water that it's put through, and then it's just going to automatically shut it off. And that is so easy to use. Now, I don't use all the settings on this. We do not connect it to Wi-Fi. I don't like connecting appliances to the internet. I think we need to go a few steps back on that. That progress would be going backwards, right? The crushed ice is really good. Cubed ice is okay. The Icemaker itself is a pretty durable system. In the door, if you just need to pour it out, you can open it up. And although it's a smaller hopper, that's a good amount of ice and it refills very quickly. It's not too noisy. Metal gears and auger and connections, which is important. The KitchenAid, that's going to be very similar to this, has some Icemaker issues, and so that's why I chose Café over KitchenAid. I think Café is definitely doing a better job than KitchenAid. Of course, the water filter here. We know that Café is doing a better job than Samsung and LG, although they have some good-looking appliances. I just love the light in the back. Now, you can accomplish this with the profile refrigerator also, which is pretty good. It's missing a few details. So number 1 is the Icemaker. If you're all about ice, if your kids drink a lot of water, then I highly recommend the Café. It's a very dependable Icemaker. It's better than a scoop system down below because dirty hands get in there, the scoop gets dirty. So it's better to keep that separated, isolated, purified. I love the handles. Number 2, the appearance of it. It is a strong handle. It is a durable handle. There's a few brands that have similar barrel style handles, and none of them are quite as strong as this. Some of the newer brands like the Z-Line are trying to come up with a similar thing, and it's just not as strong. It doesn't look as good. They're going for the appearance, but it's not about appearance. Now, this is a $4,000 refrigerator, and if you're trying to figure out should you buy this, I recommend you buy a scratch and dent, get it on a budget. That's what we did. And so this is a scratch and dent. I think you can see it down there, but it performs just fine. So number 1, the Icemaker. Number 2, the light in it. It's a very bright refrigerator. There are some profiles that have this light also, but get the one with the Icemaker, not the one with the water dispenser, is my recommendation. And 28 cubic foot, plenty of room for everything. And so it's just a good refrigerator. It does a great job. I don't have any complaints. It's quiet. It's not noisy at all. Some refrigerators are very noisy. You're not going to have that. I love the storage bins. You can fit whole gallons in these side storage bins, and Café just does a good job. It has the adjustable glass shelving. Even this one has one that tucks away so that you can put higher things in there, the taller stuff. So that's very important. Next big feature I like is the flexible drawer. And if you notice, there is a light under the door here to light up the contents. But this flexible drawer, it will let you make freezer, refrigerator, chiller. You can set the temperature here. And we typically only use it as refrigerator. If you go with the profile version, you're not going to have a freezer option. It's only going to be refrigerator. And we mostly use it as refrigerator. We've used it as freezer a couple times when we had, get a half of a cow or something and we needed some extra space in a hurry. And so it's nice to be able to have that feature. I do like the glass shelves. And so just the attention to detail with the Café. It looks classier, but it's not all about looks. Really, it's about performance and function. The freezer does a good job, very deep, has a lot of room for things, multiple drawers, sliding. That's one of the biggest complaints people have in the freezer is they just lose stuff. That's not a problem with the Café. And now the Café has a standard stainless. This is not the fingerprint resistant stainless. You have to go to the profile for that. But the profile has a different handle. It has that flat bar handle. And you cannot swap these. I looked into that. You cannot take a Café handle and order it and put it on the profile refrigerator. If you get the profile, you're stuck with those handles. So don't think that you can just, order the Café handle and put it on the profile because it's all about the same. There are still several differences in some of those details. And so again, the Café is still my favorite refrigerator for a lot of different reasons. It does a good job of maintaining temperature. There's not a lot of fluctuation, not a lot of noise. We have an ample amount of ice. It's easy to get to. It dispenses quickly. And so the ice is really one of the biggest benefits that we have. Maintenance is easy on these. You can just clean out the fan in the back every now and then. Other than that, there's not a lot of maintenance you can do on a refrigerator, other than maybe in your freezer compartment area. You want to make sure that you don't put things too far back, and just, if everything's pushed up against the back wall, sometimes that can cause issues when it goes through its defrost cycle. So it's good every now and then to check out how things are stacked in your fridge or your freezer. And so I do like that it has a soft freeze feature in that middle drawer. So if you have ice cream, this is a perfect drawer for that. If you have like kids snacks, that's kind of a perfect situation there too, where the kids can come and grow. You can just say, hey, that's your drawer, stay out of the top, stay out of the bottom. So that's another really good advantage of the Café. Now, Café, as many people know, have been bought by, Café, Monogram, GE. They're all been taken over by a Chinese brand. And it's Haier is the name of the brand. And, I really like this system. I'm not crazy about Chinese appliances. I got it priced right, which is super important. Somebody asked me, what should a budget be for a refrigerator? And that's a really good question. If you're about to buy a refrigerator today and you say, should I spend $1,000, $2,000, up to $4,000? I don't think somebody should spend more than 2 weeks of your payroll. Let's say you make $1,000 a week before taxes. Well, you might want to consider staying under $2,000 for a refrigerator. The machine should last you for 5 years, but most people today are going to have to finance it or put it on a credit card. If you have the cash to do it out of pocket, that's always better, so you're not going into debt. But if you are making $500 a week, you have no business looking at a $4,000 refrigerator. That just would not be wise. You're throwing money away, especially when you do the math over the years. I love the bar on these. I've noticed other brands seem to have problems with these. This one, it doesn't really matter which one you do first. Either way, it opens and closes faithfully. I also like the hinge. The hinging system does a good job where it pulls that door out. If you notice, see how it slides out? And so it makes it so it kind of stands out of the way. So a lot of good things I like about the Café. It is still my favorite. If I were buying today and I were on a budget, I would get a basic GE or a Whirlpool. Not all Whirlpools are created equal. Not all GEs are created equal. There is a GE profile that has the backlight like this, but it is a super basic Chinese import, and I think the pricing of all that's about to change too as it looks. If you have any questions about the Café refrigerator, I'll do my best to answer them. But after 2 years of using it, I love it. I have no complaints about it. I'm glad I have it. And so I hope this is a help to you. If you're considering it and you get it, you really will love it. There's a lot of cool things about it. This has been the Appliance Insider. Have a great day.